students, let us start with the chapter 1 of information technology subject, which is advanced web designing. We have been introduced to basic technologies related to creation of the web pages. For this, we have to use HTML language. So let's see what is HTML. So the HTML is a hypertext markup language. It is an evolving language with different versions supporting different features. It is not a programming language, it is a scripting language. It describes the structure of a web page. It consists of a series of elements. We are currently using HTML5 because it supports mobile technology. The major browsers are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Safari, Opera, and Apple supports the features of HTML. The last year, we have learned the controls related to the form like text, radio, checkboxes, submit, reset, select, and text area. These controls are used to collect different kinds of user input such as contact details like name, address, single or multiple options from a group of icons, as well as clearing and submitting data. HTML5 introduced additional form controls which are also used for validation purpose. So advanced input elements of the HTML5 are color, which defines a color picker, then number, which defines the field for entering number, then URL, defines a field for entering URL, then image, which defines an image as a submit button, then date, defines a date picker with a year, month, and day, then email, defines a field for an email address, then month, defines a month and year control in format is year, YYY -mm, that is year and month. Then range, defines a range control. Default range is 0 to 100. Then date time -local, defines a date picker that includes the year, month, and day and time. Then time input type defines the control for entering a time. Then a week, which defines the week and year control. Then after that, search defines the text field for entering a search string like a site search or a Google search. Then after that, file defines a file select field and a browse button for file upload. And the last one is tel, used to define input field that should contain a telephone number. This is the format of a HTML program. It is an example of a form program. In this, we are writing a HTML program in any text editor. Here we use a Notepad text editor. So this is the format, doc type HTML, which includes HTML5. Then starting of a HTML tag, starting of a head tag, and starting of a title tag. Inside the title tag, we write a form in HTML5. Closing of a title tag, then header tag, and body tag. Inside the body tag, we declare all the content which we want to display on a web page. So these are the input type, that is text, email, date, time, then number, tel, URL, and image. So after writing any HTML program in a Notepad, we have to save it with a .html extension. अगर हम लोगों ने .html extension से कोई भी प्रोग्राम सेव नहीं किया, ये हमारा जो लिखा हुआ प्रोग्राम है नोटपैड का, अगर वो हमने .html एक्सटेंशन से अगर सेव नहीं किया है तो वो हमारे वेब पेज पे डिस्प्ले नहीं करेगा. सो इफ यू वांट टू डिस्प्ले योर प्रोग्राम ऑन अ वेब पेज, so you have to save it with a .html extension. This is the output of the program. Name, email, date of inception, office time, number, year, office number, add your home page and a submit button. Whatever we write in a title of title tag, it is displayed on a title bar of the web browser. So the next is meta tag. The meta tag is a tag in HTML that describes some aspects of a content of a web page. The HTML meta tag is used by a search engine to search information that is provided with the web page. It is a singular tag which carries information within its attribute. The meta tag is placed between head and end head tag. The metadata will not display on the web page. So metadata is a data, that is information about the data. The metadata is used by browser, search engine and other web services. So after this, attributes of meta tag. Here are some attributes of a meta tag, that is char set specifies the character encoding used by the document. This is called as a character encoding declaration. The another one is content. Here content of a author is displayed, and after that HTTP equal. It is used for HTTP response message headers. And the last one is name. Specifies the name of the metadata like the author, keyword or description. After this is the program for meta tag. In this we write a meta tag inside the head tag. Here is a attribute name, author's name, description, name, keyword, name, copyright, and the content is Balbharti, advanced web designing, HTML5, learn HTML5, based in HTML5. So this is all is written inside the head tag. After that, closing of a head tag and the actual content of the HTML5. This content is not displayed on the web page. Here is the output. Only the welcome to HTML5 is displayed on your web browser. After this, CSS in HTML5, that is cascading style sheet in HTML5. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen, paper or in other media. CSS saves a lot of work for us. It can control the layout of multiple web pages at once. So the syntax of CSS contains, first is selector and the second one is declaration block. So H1, in this example, H1 is a selector and declaration, inside the declaration box, color attribute and font attribute, and here is after the colon, here is the value of that attribute. So selector indicates the HTML element you want to style. It could be like tag H1, body tag, and after that the declaration block contains one or more declarations separated by a semicolon. For example, color, font size, color colon yellow, so displays yellow color, font size 11 px, where the color property and the color, where the color is the property and the yellow is the value. So after that, types of CSS. There are three types of cascading style sheets, that is inline, second one is internal, and third one is external. So let's see. Inline CSS. It is used to style attributes in the HTML start tag. Inline CSS is used to apply CSS on a single line of an element. For example, h1 style equals to double quote color colon blue. This is a blue heading. After this, internal CSS. This is used to apply CSS on a single document or a page. It can affect all the elements of the page. It is written inside a style tag within a header section. For example, doc type HTML, it is written inside a style tag. That is background color powder blue, h1 color blue, p color red, style tag and head tag and body h1. This is a heading which is displayed in powder blue color. P, this is a paragraph which is displayed in red color. Slash body slash HTML. The next is external CSS. So in external CSS, the external style sheet is generally used when you want to make changes on a multiple pages. It facilitates to change the look of the entire website by changing just one file. It uses link tag on every page, and the link tag should be put inside the header section. For example, HTML head style sheet href styles.css, kind of a head tag, body h1, paragraph tag, this is a paragraph, and name of the head and a body. After this, cascading style sheet ID selector. The ID selector selects the ID attribute of an HTML element to select a specific element. An ID is always unique within the page, so it is a unique element. It is written with the hash character followed by the ID name. For example, CSS rules below while applying the HTML with it. ID equals to, in double quote, para1 colon hash para1 and attributes inside the bracket. That is text align, center and color red. This is the example. Hash para1 bracket text align equals to center and color is blue. Inside the body tag, declaration of a paragraph tag with the ID equals to para1 hello student, which is displayed color blue and text align center. Here is the output, hello student, and this paragraph will not be affected. After this, CSS class selector. The class selector selects HTML elements with a specific class attribute. It is used with a period character, that is full stop symbol, followed by the class name. The class selector is used when you want to change a group of elements within your HTML page. For example, dot center. Here is the example. This is the program. Dot intro, text align, and h1 class intro in double quote. This heading is blue and center align, and p